Coming to you from the studios at the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, it's the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock your city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best year ever around.
Hey, everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this is Hollywood Mike.
Ho, ho, ho.
On a glorious, wonderful, crappy, shitty Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
What the heck's going on?
And we haven't been here for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Life got a hold of us.
Yes, it did. Absolutely, absolutely. How was Thanksgiving?
Great.
Yeah?
Smoked my bird, man. First time I smoked a whole bird, it came out fabulous.
I can never figure out how to get them inside the little rolling paper.
Yeah, it's tough.
To fit that whole thing in there. Yeah.
Not only did I smoke my turkey, I smoked the cranberries for the sauce.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, really
look
good.
at you getting all and shit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did that. We did that on Friday. When the Bears beat the Eagles. I'm sure you heard.
I heard about that. Yeah. Oh my God. So you were with your, future son-in-law, I guess is the best.
Right. The Eagles fan.
The Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm. So we had a little rivalry going.
So you must have had fun with him. That was great.
I did. I tried to keep my jubilance to a minimum. You know? But, oh yeah.
I wouldn't. I would have been all over it. Yeah. No, we tried something a little bit different this year too. I used Gordon Ramsay's method for making the turkey gravy.
Okay.
And you
swear at it?
I did. And called it an asshole and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing? No, but I stuffed it with all kinds of citrus fruit and bacon. And after the turkey was done, I just pulled all that crap out, dumped it all out, left it in the pan we roasted the turkey in, put that on the stove and used the potato smasher to smash all the juices out of that. Mm-hmm. Added some fresh tomato. It was fantastic. It was so good. I mean, you could sip it like a tea. It was fantastic.
Awesome. That's very cool.
I was thinking, man, next time smoke the cranberries. Smoked cranberries in the gravy.
So good. I actually smoked them on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, it's because I got them done early.
And so now we're so close to Christmas now. Because Thanksgiving was like a week late this year.
Yeah, it was. It was real late.
Yeah. It's never that late because it's like, I almost have no shopping days left until Christmas.
Yeah. It was late.
Well, anyways, let's get back into it. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I didn't smoke anything. Anything that was not legal. But that all sounds really good. We just had some turkey and then, did the thing, and then Black Friday came around and bear down. We got a victory. So that was my Thanksgiving.
Big Bears fan?
Huge Bears fan. I'm actually going to the Browns-Bears game, and then the following week to the Packers and Bears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got back-to-back games I'm going to. Yeah,
wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
For those of you that don't know, you're listening to Ryan Craig.
Yes.
Wow, I will not do a December game at Soldier Field. No.
I'm all about it. I'm all about that bear weather. That's what we call it. You know, we need the snow, we need the freezing. Like that's what it's all about.
Well, you know that second game, the second Packers game, it's now a Saturday 7 p.m. game.
Oh, so they changed it. They changed it on us.
Yep.
So at least it's a Saturday, so I can go crazy on a Saturday night instead of a Sunday night and come to work. So
I hate the way they're doing that stuff nowadays in the NFL. I mean, they're switching game schedules in the whole bit. It's like I'm probably going to miss the game because Cadillac Crew's probably playing a gig somewhere.
They changed Sunday from noon till 3:30. So the Packers game this week is 3:30
too.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to do that to Cleveland. And then
they did. They did flex it.
They changed it?
Yeah, they flexed it, that one as well. It's a 325.
And I know that the Detroit one is still open. Mm-hmm. It's still a TBT on all schedules. Nobody knows when they're going to put it out there.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's a rivalry and it's probably going to get more, ratings and the whole bit for the NFL. But people schedule their entire day, Ryan. It's not like baseball where there's going to be, if you miss this game, there's one tomorrow. Mm-hmm. No, it's not like that.
Right.
People block out their entire day to see the Bears game.
I like
and then you go and then it becomes a moving target.
I like noon games.
Yeah.
3:30, that bugs me. But really like a Sunday night game where I got to wait all freaking day. I hate that.
Yeah, especially on a Sunday because 3:30 rolls around, I'm ready to just fall asleep in the recliner, and I miss half the game. So
I'm there already. Yeah, It's a long day already if you wait that long. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, go Bears, man. Glad to have a Bears
hell yeah
Bears fan in the studio. And I think more often than not, we've had musicians in the studio, and sometimes musicians can be a little artsy fartsy, and there's not sports fans.
There's
It's like let's talk about the Bears. Yeah, we're not really into sports.
No, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
No, you got to die hard with you today. I actually I went to school. I was going to be a sports analyst. So this is I'm familiar with all of this podcast stuff. This is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I told my son to do the same thing. You're probably just like him. He knows every sports stat. Even decades before he was born, he can tell you the sports stats and the names of people and their numbers and who they played for and the whole bit. I told him he should go into that because it's one of the only jobs that you can have where, I mean, you can be wrong all the time and you don't get fired for it.
Nobody knows. Or a weatherman.
Yeah, that's the other job. Yeah. You're pretty much being paid to give your opinion and argue with other people.
Yep.
It's right up your alley. Like, come on.
Yeah, right.
Can't get fired.
Right. So how you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing good. It's we're in the winter, so taking a little break, which has been good. Bears games obviously being off on Sundays, but been slowing down obviously into the winter and trying to focus on the craft.
Yeah. Were you busier earlier in the year?
Oh my goodness, yeah. This summer was one of the best summers that we've had, probably as a musician myself and the band. A lot of good shows, but just like hoofing it. I'm one of those guys that's like you got to work the hardest in the room. Yeah. So it's like if I can book as many as I can to get our face on out, that's what we're gonna do. And then on top of that, seeing if that opens the door, and that's what happens. So we've been blessed with that. Right.
You playing mainly around the Chicago area, or you're traveling all over?
For the most part, like the band, the guys, they're more up like in the DeKalb area. So Sycamore, Pickering Grove, Lake in the Hills. That's where they're from. But I'm from Peotone, so usually like the proximity of where we're playing is all over the map. We try to like stretch it on out, but usually it's like an hour drive or where we're going. But we played in Wisconsin. We're trying to get kind of like a broader area to the Iowa area because I know that there's really good shows over there. Indiana's another great spot. I've done a couple acoustic shows over there, and then Nashville as well.
Yeah, nice.
So where do you guys reherse?
I was going to say,
great question.
I noticed that on your website when I was looking at it. Everybody's all over the place.
Yeah.
Where do you rehearse?
So we, our drummer, he's got a perfect basement for us, and he's got 2 sets of his drum kit over there, and his wife is gracious enough for us to play in his basement, but he lives over in Pickering Grove. So
it's a haul out there.
Oh my goodness.
From Peotone. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you're hoofing it during the summer, you can't really get a practice in. So a lot of our times have been practicing on the fly, like at our shows. So it's good that now we're kind of, digressing, taking a little break where we could focus on that and do more practices in the winter.
Yeah, that's got to be taking you 2 hours to get there.
About I now live over Midway, so Midway is still like an hour. But if I came from Peotone, I tell you what, that would have been that's a hike 2 hours every single time. Yeah.
No kidding.
I went to a wedding in Pickering Grove a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. There are no hotels out there. No, we had to stay in Schaumburg
because it's so new. I mean, it really is. It's so new, and everything's kind of moving out west. Toward that area. Yeah. And so I have a cousin that lives out there, and I think he may have bought like the first new house. There, and he's only been there for a few years. But I was there. I was there for some reason. Why was I there? Because I was visiting my mother last week, and I had to head back. It was around 5:30 or so. So I hit the GPS and it said, "Don't get on 90, you asshole." Pretty much, it literally said that. Don't get on 90, shithead. Go straight down 47.
I wish my phone would say that.
Yeah. So I went straight down 47 and ended up seeing the signs to go that way. But it's terrible over there, man.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, the couple that got married, they reserved rooms at a hotel in Schaumburg and then got buses, those big old Windy City charter buses, and hauled everybody. And we still had like a 30-minute drive out there on the bus. Mm-hmm. Right. So.
Yeah, my friend, it might have been the apple orchard that's over there. That's where we had theirs. So I'm familiar with that wedding spot over there.
That place is really cool.
Really cool. Yeah. But I don't think they do weddings anymore. I think somebody ruined the happiness on something. So yeah, because we tried. I got recently married about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so I'm recently married. Yeah, so we had our marriage, but like when we were looking, we were thinking of going back over there because it is a really nice spot.
Beautiful.
You know, the shuttle issue is obviously something, but when we looked into it, they said they're like, yeah, we're taking a halt on weddings for now. So I don't know what happened.
Wow.
Let's YouTube it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's got to be something. Yeah.
Tune in next week. We'll have the answer.
Yeah.
Boy, that's interesting because especially if they said it that way, we're kind of not doing the weddings anymore.
Yeah.
Which is a big money maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, somebody tried to climb an apple tree and fell out of it or something.
It must have been, yeah.
Or worse.
Taking one of those golf carts and ramping it or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that'd be crazy. All right. So tell our listener, what do you do? What's your style?
You generously said listener.
To the one that's listening.
Hope you're doing good, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
actually, it's probably Chris.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate you.
I know Chris is probably listening right now.
Shout out to you, brother. So yeah, like I play country and rock, a little bit of alternative, any of the hits that people like to hear. Obviously that's something you got to get for the crowd. But I love me some original music. I love writing songs and collabing with people. So, you know, like I go to Nashville and I do it at heart. Yeah. But I try to keep the flame of original music, you know, over in this area. So I think that's still important. Yeah. But primarily country and rock is right up my alley. Yeah.
I like a good blend. You have to have a good blend, especially around here, because we are lacking for places that are really accepting to original music in this area. So you got to throw in the cover songs to keep people around and to throw your original music in there. Yeah. I like to have a good mixture of that. Even if somebody has enough music to play an entire night of all original music, nobody wants to hear that.
No.
Yeah, you know.
And I understand that fully. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I mean, if you're going for an hour, okay, great. Yeah. Show us what you have. But if you're going someplace and you're there all night long, you don't want to listen to 4 hours of music you've never heard before. You got to throw in some other stuff there. I totally get that.
Well, and you gotta also think like the venues also want you to keep those people in there.
Right.
And that's something to keep yourself, on your toes of making sure that you're blended to the crowd. But also like if you get those people who are listening, they like what you played on Bob Seger. They like what you played on Kenny Chesney. Right. Now I'm going to be like, hey, this is my song. And then maybe you got a fan out of that.
Right.
Exactly. So it's like, you got to work both ways.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty good. I had another question and it just totally went out of my head. I lost my train of thought.
Let me catch you.
So how did this all come together?
Yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So, for solo reasons, it's the classic, story of, you get your heart broken and you pick up the guitar. And I did that when I was 21 years old. I was in college and I picked up the guitar. Tried learning a couple of songs, started off with actually Bob Seger's Night Moves. I did My Hero was another song that I learned, and then Fix You a Drink by Chris Jansen was another song. So those were my first three that I played. And Strawberry Wine from Dina Carter. So that's a little throw off for some of our listeners that are wondering what song that is. That's a lady that sings. So I do some lady songs if I can hit the high notes with these tight jeans. But I did that, and then I would go to open mics, and I was clearly clueless at some of the old videos that my friends would show me, and it completely changed. I found my voice doing open mics, got my first gigs, and then I just went from there. I played original music, played in the local dive bars that are around here, and then I realized like I'm starting to find some of my niche. And at that point, that's where I again had this like crazy thought. Okay, I'll go to Nashville and I'll go down and do some writers rounds. And this is when I first started. So I did that. Played a couple original songs, and it started from there. And I started getting a good following. I moved up to Wisconsin Dells for one of my full-time jobs. So like after leaving here, I grinded my teeth up in the Wisconsin Dells area. And then afterwards left Wisconsin, came back down here, and I was like, you know what? I want to start a band. Yeah. And that's how that started. Found some of the guys. It took a minute to get a nucleus of a group. as all bands take. And, we've been playing as a band for about 2.5, 3 years. So this is going to be our junior year going into this summer. So, definitely has been something. So we've seen the climb of that, and I've been, blessed with like how much we've seen the growth since we've started. So
how'd you like playing that circuit for the Family Fun Center there?
Oh my goodness. Wisconsin Dells, I will say, like, there is a lot of like the kids areas. That's for sure. But there is a nighttime in that area in Wisconsin. Yeah. So that was definitely like, there was some shows that, you get a different group. Sometimes it's all kids. Sometimes it's all the adults that have been drinking on their, their family vacation, or even a bachelor or bachelorette.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is shocking. It is shocking how, like, the afterlife there, or after hours, are a little different there. Yeah. Yeah. I spent time, many, many years ago. God, over 30 years ago. That's when I learned that Disney World is much better for adults.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes. You go to Disney World as an adult and go to the bars and all that stuff in Disney World. Yeah. It's way better than when you're a kid.
You gotta get the adults.
I spent time playing that circuit and stuff like that. And
no kidding.
Fun. Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome. I've always wanted to do that. But yeah, the Wisconsin Dells area, you got to do something for the adults. You got to keep them going. Yeah. Do something. But actually, a funny story. One of my first shows that I did in Wisconsin, I didn't know how to change strings. This is how new I was at playing music.
Didn't know how to change.
I didn't know. No. Okay. So like I didn't have like, the glorified little tools that we have now as musicians to fix your strings and everything. So I had a gig at the time it was called the Riverfront Terrace, right off of the river across the street from Showboat, which is one of the big venues over there. And I broke 4 strings on my guitar, and I had to finish the show with 2 strings left.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of strings.
So you want to know how much of a train wreck that was.
Hey, a buddy guy taught himself how to play the guitar with a 2x4 and a wire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nailed to a 2x4.
You gotta figure it out. Figure it out. That's how it felt. Yeah.
Wow. I can't fathom that you didn't know how to. I mean, I guess it that happens.
Well,
it does.
I think that you get bad habits as you go. Yeah. And I taught myself off of YouTube. YouTube was the first way I've learned how to play guitar. So I just would watch these videos, and I didn't realize that I had a tendency of doing palm mute so hard. So I would palm mute, and I would do it so much. In a 3-hour show, you're breaking strings, and if you consistently break strings, then it's just, 1 goes, 2 goes, 3 goes. So it was like, here comes, get on the train. This is going to go off the rails. So yeah.
I remember somebody asked me once, did you learn to play your guitar like YouTube or something? Like, dude, when I picked up the guitar, there was no internet.
Was no YouTube.
There was nothing. I had to buy a book.
Yeah. Actually, it was worse than that. We had to keep moving the needle back on the record.
That too, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
To replay that part of the record.
That's right, and try not to scratch it.
Let's try to pick it up. You always get the little,
yeah.
See, that's the beauty of what it used to be. I tell you, I actually wish that was going on. So yeah.
It was actually, there was a lot more simplicity in that than having to have, my phone. Okay, now I got to have Spotify. Pass it up. Now I got reverse it on Spotify and all that crap. There was a simplicity of just, doing that little record scratch, moving the needle back for a second.
Yeah.
Picking up, doing it again. It was so simple to do it that way.
Yeah.
But it's funny, I was actually in Guitar Center in Joliet a couple weeks ago. And I always like to go in the afternoons when there's nobody there and the kids are not out of school yet. So all you hear is just everybody's trying to play the Enter Sandman riff at the same time.
Of course. Sweet child of mine.
So I'm in there and I'm just kind of browsing around and everything. And this guy walks in, he's got like 3 guitars and the guitar tech is always there. He's actually, by the way, really good guitar tech at the Guitar Center in Joliet. And this guy comes in and he goes, yeah, so I've got this guitar here. I was told that there's like 10s on here, size 10. He called it size 10, and then this is size 11 and this is size 12. And I try to change my strings like once every 3 years. They say you should do some maintenance. I try to change my strings like once every 3 years and stuff. And I just I turned around, I looked at this guy and I caught the attention, I caught the eye of their guitar tech. He kind of looked at me and he's like, Every 3 years. You know, this guy thought that the strings on the guitar were like the spark plugs on a car or something like that. Or it's just like, you know, so it's like he bought these guitars and he kept the strings on the guitar that he bought the guitar with. I mean, he's he's like, this guitar, I've had it for like 10 years. I don't think I've ever changed the strings on this.
Oh my God.
So it's like, okay, so
It's rusted.
Can you imagine what it sounds like?
Yeah. It's got some flavor.
Oh my God. That had to freak him out when he got new strings.
yeah, I know. There's
He'd be like, whoa, that's not my guitar.
Yeah. What'd you do to my guitar?
so either he plays so much that he keeps the rust off of them because you can do that, from the, you know, the oil on your fingers.
Right.
And he's just got a light touch, or he doesn't play at all. You know, he takes the thing out like every 3 years just to, you know, to
Looks
impress
at it,
somebody
yeah.
or whatever.
Wow.
But can you imagine though? I mean, if they are all rusty and stuff, there's probably a science experiment growing in every single groove.
Well, get your tetanus shot. Seriously.
Yeah. So I guess, and I don't think he understood that. I can do this myself.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring it in.
Guys,
Oh, really? You can do it yourself.
You can do it yourself. It's user friendly.
God. Jeez.
Imagine if he was like, I got to buy a whole new guitar now because these strings are just rusty.
God, that's
Can you
hilarious.
imagine if he was like that? Nobody told him.
Oh my God.
I trade my car in when my windshield wipers don't work.
There you go. Oh, that'd
When you
be
get that
hilarious.
streak.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. Trade it in.
Yep.
Yeah, trade it in. It's done. I'm not going to do it. So, well, you know what? It's that time where we need to hear this guy
That's
play
right.
something.
Play all 6 strings.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, you know what? We should just cut 4 of them and see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah.
Not again.
All right, we're gonna be right back.
Take a little break. Be right back. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Chicago Podcast. Hey, everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this is Hollywood Mike of the Rock and Roll Chicago Podcast. If you've been enjoying our weekly program, we have great news for you. Just tune in to Road to Rock Radio on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and you can hear a rebroadcast of one of our past episodes. Then again on Thursdays at 7 p.m., you can hear our most current episode brought to you by the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66.
So go to roadtorock.org, scroll down, and click on Radio Station. That'll bring you to the Road to Rock Radio, a station committed entirely to the great music from Illinois, from Chicago blues born on Maxwell Street to today's rock and roll and everything in between. 24/7, all music with its roots in Illinois.
Your Sunday nights just got a whole lot bluesier. Get ready for the Bus Stop Blues, the show that takes you deep into the soul of the blues with classic hits, road stories, and live jam sessions. Hosted by bluesman Kevin Purcell and me, the one and only Road Bill. The Bus Stop Blues is 2 hours of nonstop blues, banter, and badassery. Check out the Bus Stop Blues podcast at thebusstopblues.com, where you can listen on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, or any other major podcast platform. Up on board the Bus Stop Blues, where the blues never stops rolling.
And now for the first time tonight, Ryan Craig.
Friday night football games in a drop tailgate, yeah, that was us. We were sipping beers, turning years, staying out late till the sun comes up. Didn't know that time was sticking around. Growing up in my hometown, in that small town USA, where I was born and raised, on back roads to a fishing hole. John Mellencamp on the radio, we were singing and swaying. Our memories we were making. Every now and then I get to thinking about my hometown. And down on Main Street is where you see some old-time friends at a local dive bar. Some things don't ever change, like when the sky's clear and you see all the stars. We've got our own Jack and Diane. We fly that old American flag. In that small town USA, where I was born and raised, on back roads to a fishing hole. John Mellencamp on the radio, we were singing and swaying. Our memories we were making. Every now and then I get to thinking about my hometown. It's late nights around a bonfire. It's where we learn to live free. It's where I call home. It's where I grew on up. It's one made me. Yeah. In that small town USA where I was born and raised, on back roads to a fishing hole, John Mellencamp on the radio. We were singing and swaying, our memories we were making. Every now and then I get to thinking about my hometown. My hometown. My hometown.
Shut up, guys. Jeez. Wow. Christ. Yeah, very nice. Good song.
Thank you, guys.
Like I said, somebody sounds like Brett Michaels. You got to give us some Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Every rose has its thorn.
I heard that immediately. Yeah. So self-taught by watching YouTube.
Yes.
It can be done. Who was your YouTube instructor?
Gosh, I think it was Marty Music.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah. Right off the top of the head.
Everybody
Yeah.
talks about this Marty guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty guys.
Yeah, Marty. You're right on the dot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he actually knows what the heck he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I find him every once in a while. If I have to learn a new song, it's like, okay, how do you play it?
Yeah.
It's done. Why invent the wheel? All right, how do you play this song? There's always some idiot showing you how to play the songs, and he's always like the first guy to pop up, and he knows what he's doing.
Well, if he knows, yeah.
Yeah. It's what's cool about it is he will show you if it's a song that's got two guitar parts in it.
Yeah.
He'll say, now here's the way I play it. Mm-hmm. Even though it's only one, I can only play one guitar. Here's the way I play it to kind of fill in the other guitar part.
Yeah.
And he shows you, and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
He's gotten famous off of those YouTube videos
Yeah.
too. He's like, he's at the Country Music Awards. Here's Marty Music.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
like-
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of these YouTubers that's a millionaire.
Yeah.
He
Good
is.
for him. He's a good
Yeah.
one. He's actually doing something right.
Yeah, no kidding. Just by sitting around learning how to play songs and teaching other people how to do it.
So where did the songwriting come from?
I always love the creativeness. I love stories. My favorite musicians were always very story written. So that song, I spoke about John Mellencamp. I was born and raised off of John Mellencamp. My dad, taught me the 80s, and he would even, we would be driving in the car when I was a little kid, and he would tell me, okay, who's this on the radio? Back in the day when radio actually meant something, where it actually had not such a rotation, like how it used to be.
Yep.
And before John Mellencamp, there used to be this guy. His name was John Cougar. He was really
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
It was just John Cougar.
Yeah, right.
He just went by John Cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was John Cougar Mellencamp. Then it was John Mellencamp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he is today.
and what is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mellencamp John or something.
Yeah.
Mr. Pink House.
Yeah. There you go.
But no, the music and creativeness of songwriting, I think, just was a spark. I always loved that aspect of things, and especially when you go to Nashville, it's cool to actually sit there and listen to songs that are on the B side of what people are putting out now, where it's not like this. It needs to be catchy. It's actually gives you a picture of what the song is about. So I just love that aspect of it, and I think it just, got to me in my heart. So that, that's how I started picking up the guitar. I was like, I want to do that. So
Yeah. It's so funny that you mentioned John Cougar Mellencamp, right? Because I was literally having the conversation a couple of weeks ago. My son and a bunch of his friends, they're the same thing. They're all in their early 20s. I think I'm going to play guitar now.
Yeah.
And so I always give these guys people you need to listen to. And I mentioned John Mellencamp, and one guy was like, John Mellencamp, because his father was in the group of people that for some reason picked on him, because when he first came around, everybody accused him of being like a Midwestern version of Bruce Springsteen, which I don't believe at all, because I hate Bruce Springsteen. I'm sorry, Bruce. Sorry, Bruce. I don't like your music. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't.
Bruce, that's Mike, not Ray. I love you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bruce. Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever. But we're over that. Yeah,
Here comes a lawsuit for Bruce Springsteen.
yeah, no,
That's why I said that.
I think his songwriting is great. The performance. I've seen him in concert. I'd prefer to listen to the songwriting part of it than anything else. And the proof of that is other people have done songs that he's written and they've been like hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. But poor John Mellencamp got accused of trying to copy Bruce Springsteen. I didn't think that at all. But I've been a huge fan of his forever. I don't know why people would always crap on John Mellencamp. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I know like recently he does have like that like old man attitude, I think, where he's like, I'm not going to play the show for some reasons, but I've always loved the music of John, and same with Bob Seger. Bob Seger's another one where it's like, Motown, like those guys that were just, putting the craft out there. And it doesn't mean it's just Bruce Springsteen because he had a raspy voice. It's, there's other guys that have songs of their own. So yeah.
I play a couple of Mellencamp songs. My favorite song still to this day is the song that brought him to the show, gave him a seat at the table. I was, you're too young to remember. Remember the show Solid Gold? Andy Gibb and Marilyn McCoo.
Right.
Were the hosts of that show. And it was on WGN here in Chicago. And John Mellencamp was like an 18-year-old kid. He was going as John Cougar and he performed Ain't Even Done with the Night. And that is still my favorite. That is still my favorite song of his.
See?
Yeah.
I think the problem was coming from the Midwest.
Could be.
Midwest didn't put out, solo artists like that.
Right.
No.
Right.
So they don't give them no cred.
Yeah. Who knows? Whatever. Yeah.
He proved them wrong.
Yeah. But your interest in Seeger, where'd that come from? Because I'm a Seeger fan too. We're like
yeah,
long lost cousins.
I tell you, like we got the same taste, but no, the Bob Seger again is just the songwriting aspect. Against the Wind. Like when I was a kid, younger and listening to that song, I honestly did not like it. It wasn't something that just sparked. But now being like in the songwriting realm, I'm like, that is an amazing song that he wrote about that theory of running against the wind. If you're a runner, and you're outside, that is like the perfect analogy of like, it's tough, especially if it's cold. And that's what that song kind of like was interpreting, but like in a relationship. So it was like super cool. And then, like I said, Night Moves was another one. My favorite song is like a rock by Bob Seger. I love that. I tell my wife, I'm like, at my funeral, this is the song I want you to play. Like, that is the song. Right. So yeah, like I always loved him as well. And he comes, I believe from Michigan. So he's a Motown guy. So like, probably that Midwest atmosphere of like, that's probably why I think like in certain areas in certain states, you definitely could see a difference in people's taste. And I don't know if it's because of the way of living, but it's definitely something that like those guys, John Mellencamp and Bob Seger, are those two dudes that are like 100% right up my alley. And, I'm 32 years old. I wasn't there when they were in their heat, but that's something that I could listen to every day, all day. Yeah.
I was about a 10-year-old kid when Against the Wind came out. And every time I hear that song, I'm transported back to the backseat of my father's car as he's driving me to like Little League practice. Or whatever. It has that kind of memory. Got that memory. Yeah. And I have this conversation all the time. I travel a lot for what I do in my day job. And where are you from? And I don't try to explain to people where I'm from, the city that I live in, because nobody's ever heard of it. The only city anybody's ever really heard of from Illinois is Chicago. Yeah. But I just say I'm from Illinois. Yeah. And they automatically go, oh, Chicago. Because people don't understand. People all around the country think that the entire state of Illinois is Chicago. Right. They don't understand that Chicago is a dot on that map of Illinois, and the rest of it is all farmlands, basically. And there's this Americana and country aspect to the music that artists from Illinois will write. Yeah. Because we've got that farmland, that country, that down home type of an attitude. Yes. People don't realize that. Yes. Yeah. And it's a different aspect. Like you just said, we're an exit off of the interstate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, we're not in a dot into the city, but like, there's so much more to this state. And there's so many musicians. Like it's just it's filtered with so many musicians that are from Illinois that have had success, and they have different genres that they go through. I think that's why Illinois is so good with musicians,
is because there's different aspects. You can have somebody who is rock, you can have somebody country, you can have somebody who's hip hop. This is what that state. I love that about Illinois.
Yeah. Have you given him the 50 Cent tour yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. You will afterwards. We get to give you the 50 Cent tour of the part of the museum that is open here. But one thing I'll tell everybody, if you're ever in the area during the afternoon, come by, because what we're talking about right here is what is on display on the first floor, the only floor that is really accessible to the public right now. There's a wall, this wall right over here, with a bunch of people, pictures of people that are from the state of Illinois.
No kidding.
And when you see who they are, you're going to be going, I didn't know that dude was from Illinois. I didn't know that she's from Illinois. I didn't know. And it's shocking. It really is. From opera to gospel to country to rock and roll to blues, all people from the state of Illinois. Yeah. And people don't realize that about this state.
I can't wait to walk around it, because like I already know some of them. I can imagine that there's some that I'm going to be surprised with. So that's awesome.
Anybody planning on coming to the museum, let me tell you that winter hours are now 10 to 4.
Ah, there you go.
Little plug.
Heck,
Nice catch.
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
So when it comes to the music, though, the people that are listening to it, they want to feel something. They want to relate to what you're singing. You know, you write something that happened in your life, but it might have happened in somebody else's life, and that's what they're looking for. And they hear that, they latch onto that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and just touching back on that, I think that like how we're talking about like places in the state and then also like other states, you could tell it in the crowds that we play at. Right. You know, like if you go over, like Wisconsin, I've, played a lot in Wisconsin, but when we're back up there, that place is louder than truck. Like there's people that are going at it, and they'll clap every single time to a song. They listen to you. They want to hear your originals. They want to hear you as just a musician. And, I think that's awesome. That there's just so many things, so many people that, do this journey, and there's so many other places and areas that are just like, they gravitate to authenticity.
Right. Yeah. Isn't it great when you find a place like that? Yeah. It's so refreshing. Oh, you mean I can come in here and I can play my own stuff. This is great.
Instead of being the background music. Right. I love that so much.
You do realize that Wisconsin is the drunkest state.
Oh yeah. Yeah. they do that right. I don't know about their football team, but
well, like we say, the more you drink, the better we're going to sound. So
there you go. That's probably why they go rocking.
Yeah. Speaking of rocking, let's get another song from you. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about some gigs and everything.
Cool.
All right.
You're listening to the Rock and Roll Chicago Podcast.
That sounds nice.
2 a.m. comes rolling around. I've been doing my best to drown you out. Sitting at the bar, staying out late. Jack and Coke seems to do the job until the whiskey starts to wear off. You're breaking me down like you own the place. I've been trying to drink your memory away. Drunk every night till the morning comes along the next day. Till I get gripping on that bottle of black to make it last. Hoping your memory will never come back and drink your memory away. Then maybe I'll be okay. 2 a.m. in a bar stool, they go together when I hear a tune. It brings you back to another place. It doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm pouring more in that glass. Running from you like you're the enemy. 'Cause I've been trying to drink your memory away. Drunk every night till the morning comes along the next day. Till I get gripping on that bottle of black to make it last. Hoping your memory will never come back and drink your memory away. Then maybe I'll be okay. just running away. I've been trying to drink your memory away. Drink your memory away. Drink your memory away. Drunk every night till the morning comes along the next day. Till I get gripping on that bottle of black to make it last. Hoping your memory will never come back and drink your memory away. Then maybe I'll be okay. Just running away.
What was that?
You got me.
Did I accidentally hit this button before I hit that one?
Maybe you did.
There we go.
There you go. I'm dead.
Gone again.
Are you gone?
Gone again. No, there we are.
No, there we go. There you go. There you go. You're back. Yeah, I don't know which one of these controls that anymore.
I think you just scratched the record.
That's what it is. I hit this. That's what we were talking about earlier. You had to move the record back, okay,
and play it
needle
again.
back and play it again. Yeah,
Oh, that's hilarious.
and then it record scratch. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's new.
Yeah,
That's new.
we got.
Look at that. The horns.
I hate
See
that.
what else is on that thing.
So you said the band itself, you guys are kind of like on hiatus now and just regrouping. You do any solo work?
Yeah, so a lot of solo work. Usually in the winter and in the fall. That's usually when I do the solo. On occasion, if there's like a Thursday or Wednesday, Sundays, obviously, trying to just like fill the tank. I would say. And then I'd love to do like charity work sometimes. Playing for autism, events, playing for, things that like, get my heart going too. If that means that it's like an hour out of my day to do something, then that's something I do acoustically for the most part. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got gigs coming up or?
Yeah. So we, our next gig we have, on Saturday, we're at Stolen Saddle, down in Wrigleyville. So that place is rocking. It's, they've redone their inside. And it used to be another bar. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's going to take me a minute to think of that. But they have a whole Christmas setup.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's like you go downtown. It's like it's one of those bars. It's like you're in winter.
Could that be where we're going?
On Friday?
Yes.
Well, where are you guys going?
Well, we are going to the pop-up bar called Santa Babies.
Yeah. Well, it might be that.
But it's a pop-up bar inside of, I think that's where we're going to be on Friday.
I think it is.
Maybe it is.
We're going to be there on Friday.
What are you guys doing over on Friday?
Gonna
We
check
just
out.
have reservations to go there and have dinner and have a couple.
You guys got a
drinks.
date?
Of course.
Yeah.
How cute.
Yeah, we're dating. Yes.
Yeah.
The secret's out.
Yes, that's right. There's more than just the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
The secret's out.
Heck yeah. But yeah, we're playing there Saturday, and then I got we're playing in Nash Vegas later in the December month, so December 19th. I got a couple of Chamber of Commerce events to work with some of the towns over by me in Mantino and Peotone. And then I got a couple over in the winter, probably going back up to the Dells, showing my face again, and then some Nashville trips. But mainly just focusing on writing for the winter so we can get more songs out. I'm thinking of doing some like acoustic, a six EP, trying to do that as well. So I get more material that's out so people could hear. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So where can people find you, like social media wise and stuff?
Well, you can find my OnlyFans account on. That's one of the long ones. You can see a lot of good feed on that one, but So no, you can find me on Ryan Craig Music 33 on Instagram, Ryan Craig Band on Facebook, and Ryan Craig Live on our website. I know that there's so many Ryan Craigs that it's like you sometimes just need to work around that. I can't change my name. So hopefully we can get a blue hashtag around that name soon. But yeah, so that's where you can find me on all my platforms.
Very good. Very good.
Sounds good.
Well, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was great.
Thanks for coming out.
Coming in.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
See you out there.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast is edited by Paul Martin. Theme song courtesy of M&R Rush. The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music heard on the show. The music is used to promote the guests that are featured.
Chicago.